Let me be crystal clear. If you are a United States soldier and you participated in the attack on the sovereign country of Venezuela, helping to kill the president of that country and his wife, you are a war criminal. Yeah, you're a war criminal. I was following orders. Do not apply. That is not in your oath. Your oath is to the Constitution, and only Congress can declare war, and that did not happen. You personally are a war criminal right now.
The people in Venezuela are celebrating in the streets. We did such a great thing for them. Yeah, you know where else they were celebrating in the streets? In Iraq, when we took out Saddam Hussein, who also was a very bad man, who did very bad things to people. Okay, but you know what happened after we took out Saddam? The country didn't get better. It got 10 times exponentially worse. Fast forward to 2026, and we're sitting here. We just took out Maduro. Now we're going to have to spend more taxpayer dollars. We're going to have more boots on the ground to stabilize the country of Venezuela, to act as the occupying force. We can't even take care of our own country. We can't even fix our own problems. And now we're going to be the occupying force and fix Venezuela and make Venezuela really rich.
We are going to run the country, spend billions of dollars. We'll make the people of Venezuela rich.
How about making America rich? I'm not in support of Maduro. I'm not in support of the fucking Venezuela. Okay, I'm in support of America. And guess what? We've seen this before. This is Iraq 2.0.
Good day to you. I am shocked, appalled, and I condemn the kidnapping of Maduro from Venezuela. I urge all world leaders, all 194 world leaders, to condemn this act. It is against international law. Trump is insane. Trump is a lunatic. You have removed a leader of a country and you are putting him on trial in the United States. Let this be a warning for Africa and all African leaders. We need to invest in nuclear weapons. It is that simple. I won't repeat this message.
Bombing Venezuela is what the United States has always done. In 2000, Saddam Hussein announced that Iraq will no longer sell its oil in US dollars, but in euros. 3 years later, the United States invades, regime change, Iraq war, unalives millions of civilians, no weapons of mass destruction were found, and immediately converts the sale of their oil back to US dollars. And 3 years later, Saddam Hussein was assassinated. In 2009, Gaddafi tries to create a gold-backed African currency that will be used for the purchase and sale of oil. 2 years later, NATO bombs Libya. Gaddafi is assassinated. Slavery runs rampant. And Hillary Clinton admits to doing all of it. 2025, Venezuela, the country with the largest oil reserves in the world, is selling crude oil that is sanctioned to China, not in US dollars, but in yuan. In 2026, the United States invades, regime change, replaces their candidate Maduro with a new woman that supports isn't real. And they confirm that all Venezuelan oil will be sold via Exxon in US dollars. This isn't the British Empire. This is what the United States has always done since its inception. And if you don't view the United States as the biggest terrorist state that's ever existed, you're part of the problem.
You can't just go into another country and take their president. That's not legal. You cannot, imagine Donald Trump just going to the UK and capturing one of the princes for fun. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just go into another country and take their president in the middle of the night. How many people died? How many soldiers who have families and wives and kids who are just sitting on the other side of the fence defending their president, just defending his house like they're told to do, just like the National Guardsmen in D.C. who are just gunned down in the middle of the night for no reason at all now? How many? Pam?
What I'm about to say, I'm just going to say it while free speech is still an option. Donald Trump is a terrorist and he's a war criminal. He's a terrorist. He is currently committing acts of terrorism in Venezuela by bombing a civilian population without warning. He is absolutely intimidating an entire nation of people, starting a war by surprise for no reason. He's apparently captured their president and his wife, and even though his president is not super popular in Venezuela, he has still gone ahead and captured the president of another nation, which is absolutely absurd, and that's something that a terrorist would do. Donald Trump is blowing up random buildings in Venezuela right now without approval from Congress. He was blowing up random fishermen claiming they were the terrorists, even though Donald Trump was blowing them up indiscriminately. This is besides the fact that Donald Trump is supporting Israel's terrorism in Gaza through their genocide. He's also supporting terrorism in the United States through ICE. Donald Trump is a terrorist and a war criminal, and he is a disgrace to the United States of America.
I want to ask you a serious question today. Not emotionally driven, not rhetorical, genuine. We are watching a president take military action against another country without Congress. We are watching executive power expand without any consequences. We are watching court rulings be ignored, oversight stalled, and accountability non-existent over and over again. People keep talking about impeachment. And let's be honest, impeachment means absolutely nothing right now. It doesn't remove him. It doesn't stop policy. It does not change direction. If the courts won't act, if Congress won't act, and if the military is following orders regardless of legality, then the legal removal is not on the table. So here's the question. How do you think this all ends? Honestly, because history only gives us a couple of outcomes. Either the people accept that this is how power works going forward, centralized, unchecked, permanent, or at some point the people decide that they do not consent to this anymore. Now, I'm not calling for anything. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm asking you to stop and to think. If elections no longer really matter, if laws only apply selectively, if leadership answers to no one, what do you believe happens next?
Look at this. This is a military base in Venezuela. This is how everything was left after the attack from the United States. This is not a movie. This is real. Let the world see what happened here.
The United States Constitution is clear. A president cannot unilaterally invade a foreign country, even if we don't like their politics. It doesn't matter. That is a sovereign nation. This cannot happen without an act of war from Congress. President Trump has done something illegal, and he should immediately be removed from office and impeached, and the 25th Amendment should enter into effect. Anyone who participated in his unlawful orders should also be arrested and tried for a war crime. Now, I don't really care what the Venezuelans think. I really don't. I don't care if you like the guy or not. It doesn't really matter.
He just said that America will run Venezuela. He said now that he's removed the government of Venezuela, America is running the country, okay? That means Venezuela is now officially a United States colony by default. I want you to understand this, okay? We are doing imperialism right now. This is empire. This is empire. He is going to strip the resources of Venezuela. He has already stated that he has spoken to United States oil companies who are going to go in there and start making money. This is our empire now, okay? I need you to understand that. We are at war. You don't invade. This actually was a military. No, we're not leaving. He said we're not leaving. He said, quote, we are there now indefinitely. I know it's hard to follow because he took so many goddamn pills that our drowsy dictator could barely keep his eyes open for this shit. But I need you to understand. Talk to your friends. Talk to your grandparents who are in Vietnam and your uncles who were in Iraq and ask them how the out. Because that is your present now. We're never getting off this fucking cycle. It's just every 20 years, we invade someplace, we watch all our money go away, and then we wonder healthcare.
One of the core principles of the United Nations, the international organization that is responsible for the management of how states relate with each other. When I mean states, I mean nations of the world relate with each other. One of the core principles as enshrined in the UN Charter, which is the guiding principle book, call it the Holy Book of the UN, is that territorial integrity must be respected. As a matter of fact, in Article 2, subsection 4 of the UN Charter says that all members must refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state. This means that no country should invade, annex, or break up another country by force. Borders are not supposed to be changed through the use of military action. So obviously, guys, the United States President Donald Trump have violated this very international law. He doesn't have the power to invade another country and arrest the president because he's just a president. He is not an emperor. All right. So he doesn't have the power to invade Venezuela and then handcuff a president, sitting president, and humiliate him the way he did. I don't think that if the table should turn, President Donald Trump would want to be humiliated the way he just did to Venezuela. Fine, Venezuelans are dancing on the street. Oh, they've come to their rescue and all of that. But I think there are better ways of going about things other than using force and military actions. One thing is very clear: President Donald Trump is setting a new trend where powerful countries of this world will be invading less powerful nations and then doing whatever they like because nobody's going to question them. And for this, I think Donald Trump should go back and then slow down. I think he's doing too much. He should slow down. Guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, and please subscribe, share, and like this video.